Welcome to TICE. Today I am here at Startup Mixer. It's an innovative idea by NASCOM Center of Excellence in association with Reserve Bank of India Innovation Hub. In this exclusive conversation, I have with me Mr. Naman Kothari. He is the head of partnerships and innovation at NASCOM Center of Excellence. Welcome, Naman.
Well, thank you, Shrestha. Thank you for having me. And I must applaud the fact that you guys are doing some great job, bringing stories, ground realities, and presenting it very nicely and curating it, structuring it very beautifully and presenting it to the world is one big thing. So congrats to you and your entire team.
Thank you, Naman. Naman, to begin with this conversation, क्या आप मेरी audience को थोड़ा सा brief कर सकते हैं? Like, what is Startup Mixer?
Well, sure, definitely. See, you must have heard a lot about a phrase called data is a new oil, right?
Right.
Now, if I have to particularly, talk about the startup ecosystem, I would say communities are the new oil, right? Community building. If you have to build community, you have to build network. That is something, you should always think about if you have to grow your startup. So these startup mixers, or I would say these startup sessions, these are the opportunities for, emerging startups or innovative technologies, to present their solution. We give them a center stage, right, wherein they talk about some of the cutting edge technology that they are building. They talk about some of the innovation that they are building. And we are giving them the platform to, talk about their solution in front of the whole world. Mm-hmm. And the beauty of these mixers is we have four eyes of the ecosystem who attend these sessions, right? We have innovators, we have investors, we have industry leaders, and we have institutions like RBI and other banking institutions, right? So, yes. So, see, फंडिंग तो फंडिंग स्टार्टअप पिचेस तो होते रहते हैं, राइट? फंडिंग कैन टेक यू टू अ सर्टेन लेवल, बट देयर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड डिप्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज, राइट? So these mixers are actually designed to provide them a platform wherein we can connect them to the adopters जो उनका solution deploy कर सकें.
साथ ही नमन, जैसे आपने mention किया that you take the startups to even to the deployment level. So most organization and most bodies in the startup ecosystem are not really, working at this level. So NASSCOM की क्या कुछ approaches है, क्या कुछ initiatives है जो उनको इस लेवल तक पहुंचाने में स्टार्टअप्स को मदद करते हैं?
नहीं, गुड क्वेश्चन. सो जस्ट टू क्विकली गिव यू अ ब्रीफ, NASSCOM Center of Excellence is basically a joint venture between Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, and different state governments have come together to promote startup ecosystem, right? So Industry Connect is one which we are very actively involved. So हम ना, see what we do, हर इंडस्ट्री की, हर कॉर्पोरेट की कुछ ना कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स होती हैं, right? And we go to the market and tell them कि we can solve your problem by bringing emerging tech, right? For example, I'll give you a very recent example. There is India's leading diagnostic lab chain called Dr. Lal Path Lab, right? Yes. So we took a very innovative solution to them. We took a remote digital microscope, right? So we told them, let's at least use it in one of your centers, right? And as we speak, they are now using it across 30 different centers in India, right? So there are many such solutions, there are many such use cases wherein we have successfully deployed some emerging technology, and this is what makes us special and different.
So अगर मैं इसी example की बात करूँ, so we can make out that NASSCOM is actually helping the grassroots level startups to reach out to the big enterprises and employ their solutions. Right. इसी के साथ आगे बढ़ते हुए नमन, अगर मैं स्टार्टअप मिक्सर की बात करूँ तो स्टार्टअप मिक्सर अभी इससे पहले बेंगलोर में हुआ और आज हम स्टार्टअप मिक्सर के दिल्ली एडिशन को अटेंड कर रहे हैं. स्टार्टअप मिक्सर देश में पैन इंडिया अवेलेबल है या किस किस स्टेट्स में स्टार्टअप्स इसका बेनिफिट ले सकते हैं?
So the idea is to keep up the momentum, right? To take it to the different level. So with every mixer, we are, improving. We are adding a new segment, new element to it. Next, we are going to Mumbai, then Hyderabad, then likely other states, other territories. So see, the idea is to, tap different startup communities, help them, scout them, nurture them, and then eventually take them to the adopters.
ओके, सो अगर जैसे कि आज के इवेंट में हमने देखा कि फिनटेक स्टार्टअप ज्यादा बढ़ चढ़कर पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे थे, लेकिन NASSCOM हर सेक्टर के स्टार्टअप्स को सपोर्ट करने के लिए खड़ा है. तो NASSCOM के स्टार्टअप मिक्सर में किस किस सेक्टर्स को आप प्राइमरी फोकस देते हैं?
All right, so ours is a sector agnostic program be it a healthcare startup, be it a manufacturing startup, be it from automation, anything industry 4.0, right? We are more than welcome. The only criteria that we follow to scout a startup, there has to be some some innovative technologies, innovative solution, and most importantly, it has to create some sort of impact, innovation and impact. Both the eyes goes hand in hand. So अगर वो देखो आपने solution तो बना लिया है, आप उसे बेच भी दोगे, डिप्लॉय भी कर दोगे, अगर वो किसी काम का ही नहीं है, राइट, इन द लॉन्ग रन यू आर बाउंड टू फेल, राइट. इट हैज टू क्रिएट सम इम्पैक्ट. सो ये बहुत बड़ा मैट्रिक्स है हमारा, जिसमें हम स्टार्टअप से शुरू में ही पूछ लेते हैं एट अ वेरी क्वाइट एन अर्ली स्टेज कि भाई इसमें इम्पैक्ट क्या है. वो हम ही इवेल्युएट कर लेते हैं कि व्हाट इम्पैक्ट इट इज एक्चुअली क्रिएटिंग इन रियल नंबर्स.
So Startup Mixer is one initiative. So what are other initiatives that NASSCOM has in pipeline?
Correct. So healthcare is one of our focus areas. We run different initiatives under the healthcare belt also. We have a flagship event called Healthcare Innovation Challenge where we solve different use cases in the healthcare domain. We have Life Sciences Healthcare Innovation Forum, is called LHIF. Again, we solve different use cases within the healthcare forums. Then we have Manufacturing Innovation Challenge called MIC. Again, so there are multiple initiatives, right? I would rather request any startup watching this episode would want, if you want to, connect to the adopters. So please reach out to us. We would be happy to, learn about your solution and then can connect you to the right audience.
So Naman, you mentioned that startups can reach out to NASSCOM, and a lot of my viewers are budding entrepreneurs and people who just are at the idea stage. So can you just tell my viewers that how can they really reach out to NASSCOM? What is the simple way?
Right. The most simple way is to, open your laptop, type Google, type NASCOM Center of Excellence. There is an application form, apply it, right? Our team will reach out to you in next 24 hours, right? And otherwise also we have 4 centers across India. We have one in Gurgaon. We have our head offices in Bangalore. We have one in Gandhinagar, Vizag, right? You are more than welcome to visit our center. We also have an high-tech lab over there where the startups, work, experiment, do some testing, right? And we also have set up an experience zone within our centers where you see all the cutting-edge technology, all the latest solutions, right? See, you won't believe, Shrestha, there is a startup based out of Pune. उन्होंने एक ऐसा device बनाया है, you were in the Bangalore event, I believe, right? So
Right.
आप उसके आगे खड़े हो जाइए, आप सेल्फी ले लीजिए अपनी, and that device can actually tell you multiple
Yeah.
health parameters, right? So similarly, more such fascinating devices, you are more than welcome. Visit our center and be our guest.
So since you are representing the partnerships and innovation division of NASSCOM, so apart from this partnership with RBI, what are other partnerships that NASSCOM is working on?
We are working with lots of manufacturing companies. We are working with leading I would say tractor manufacturing companies. We are working with automobile companies. Lots of hospitals are working very closely with us on different use cases. Banks, IDFC First Bank is one of our partners, right? So yes, so I would also would reach out to corporates, any corporates who are willing to work with innovative solution, emerging technologies, right? And we would love to collaborate, co-create, and work on some innovative technology, right? And as I said, this is a sector agnostic program. Irrespective of the fact you are from fintech, healthcare background, this is the right place for you to come, co-create, and work on cutting edge technology.
So also coming to the concluding question to my interaction, there are many incubation centers and many accelerator centers who have certain parameters to really select the startups. So to simplify the process, if any startup applies at NASSCOM, so what are those 3 key things that NASSCOM really looks at?
Correct. Good question, Shrestha. So I would say the first and the foremost thing is it has to be some unique solution. By unique, I mean it has to have some cutting edge technology into it, be it AI, IoT, let's say mostly AI, right? And then it has to be a product based solution, right? We also work with service based companies, but we give priorities to the product based solutions. And then it has to solve some problem and it has to create some impact, right? And there is a screening committee who screens the application, and then there is a pitching session that is soon organized after the application is screened, and then we welcome them or start incubating them, and then we start nurturing that particular solution.
So since TICE is one of the leading platforms for the Indian startup ecosystem, so is there any message which NASSCOM, like as a representative of NASSCOM, you would like to give to the community?
I would say focus on two eyes, right? So one, again, innovation. Second, impact. Impact, that is very important, right? And to add one more liner to it, it would be, once you have created an impact, reach out to TICE. They are a great platform to showcase your story, right? And I've been following your channel and a couple of your programs, be it Shepreneurs, Shakti, be it the other sessions, right? So yes, focus on innovation, focus on impact. Both of them goes hand in hand, and that is the key to success.
Thank you so much, Naman, for connecting with us for such an insightful conversation.
Thank you so much, Shrestha. Thank you.